Hello everybody, welcome to How to Make Your Wife Happy and Healthy in our special
Try Something New
edition, where we take a new dish never made before in a kitchen and see how the folks like it. And today you won't have a bone to pick with our dish because we're gonna have fall off the bone tender beef ribs. So come on everybody, let's get cooking. It's time for another hot dish from Happy Healthy Wife
with Daddy.
Today's shout out goes to
Japanese food cooking.
Thanks for watching and commenting on one of my videos. If you want to get a shout out on my next video, stay tuned to the end to find out how.
Here are the ingredients. 1 slab of beef ribs. Ours were pre-cut, but yours don't have to be. 1 tablespoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of pepper. 4 cloves of garlic, crushed like my dreams of being the best hitter in Major League Baseball. 4 tablespoons of butter.
Now that we're heating up our oven for our ribs, where you want to go low and slow, we're going to get the ribs ready for it. First, I have a cooking sheet. If you want a deeper one, that's probably better. This is what I have today. I'm going to put foil under the ribs before we get the seasoning going. We're going to use a very basic rib seasoning. And the ones that I got are pre-separated. These are the ones that are on sale. These are the ones that we are going to season with salt, pepper, and garlic. Gotta see if I can fit them all in here. That's a smaller one. So I can fit them right up there. See, I got 2 more to go. Let me see. Put this one here, and this one here. Okay. Okay, so we've got all the ribs laid out. Usually you would bake these up in a whole rack, but since the way we bought them, they're already separated for the cheap value, we're gonna cook them this way. First, get some salt on them. Okay, that's pretty good. I have to use amount of salt. I like to put it in my hand first so I can more figure out how much salt to put in. Bottoms are not going to worry as much about the salt. Obviously, that's a nice teaspoon or so of salt on the ribs. It's a good amount on the bottom. I have a little extra salt. Put it in a dish for a little later for the other side. All right, now we're going to shake on the pepper. Probably about a teaspoon or so as well. This one comes out easier. So I'm just going to shake it on. Nice salt and pepper coating for your ribs. And probably in total, we're going to use about a teaspoon of pepper too. See, nice blackening. Once it gets a little black, like you like it. Now ready to flip them over. Get the other side. And if you want to do the sides as well, since they're open, you can. Flip them all over. Go. First, the salt. Get it in my hand so I can better control how much salt goes on. And where it goes on. Okay, good amount of salt. I'll probably use a teaspoon or so on each side. And the black pepper, probably closer to half a teaspoon on each side. Okay, well there's one more ingredient that we think is going to be good on the ribs. Most of these seasonings were agreed upon by my daughter and myself. Last thing upon them, garlic. fresh garlic. Not garlic powder, though you could use that too. So we're going to cut up some fresh garlic and shred it over top. Okay, so when I take my garlic, I just go back and forth a bit to break off the shell. Nice clean piece of garlic. Get the others done. That one already came off. It's good. Take a piece of garlic. Little wiggle. And the shell comes right off. Next piece of garlic. Little wiggle. The shell's coming right off. My favorite way to cut up garlic is to use a cheese grater. Fine one. We're just gonna grate our garlic right over top of the ribs. This mashes it up really well. It gets all the oils from the garlic onto the ribs. And then we're going to actually use our hands to make sure this gets all rubbed in nicely. Not just fall on the ribs. Or with extra garlic from the back. Now we've got our shredded garlic on there. We're going to rub it all around. Make sure each bone gets its garlic. Front and back. Okay, so every rib has the sauce as well on it. Now it's time to wash our hands and finish it up. We finish it up by making sure it's completely covered in foil for cooking. Get that rib inside more. There we go. All the ribs. You want no air pockets. No air pockets. So how does that happen? With a second piece of foil. We want no air pockets, so we're going to make sure to wrap it up well with a second piece of foil, which we're going to take off to add on the butter after 3 hours of cooking. Make sure you want no air pockets so that when it cooks, no air gets in there to dry out the meat. You want it to cook nice and slow inside of a nice foil without any openings. Okay, these are ready to go, so let's go put it in the oven. We preheat our oven to 275 degrees. Now we're going to take the meat nicely wrapped in the foil, put it inside. Set our timer for 3 hours. We'll be back when that timer goes off. And now that we cooked it for 3 hours, we're gonna take the foil off. Then we're going to add what my daughter wants to do, is add some butter. So we're gonna add some butter for the topping. So when I take the foil off, I don't want to really undo much of the seal. I don't want to rip it off. We want to undo it lightly so we can see the ribs. You can see how steamy it is right now. I will use the hot pads so I don't get burned by the steam. And you see they've been cooking for 3 hours. It's actually got 1 more hour to go. But my daughter wants some butter on her ribs. So since it already looks nice and brown, seared a bit, we're going to add some butter. I took 4 tablespoons of butter You can see right there, 4 tablespoons of butter, and I cut it up. So I'm just gonna add little pads of butter over the beef. Then we're gonna seal it back up, cook it for 1 more hour. Get that fall off the bone tenderness that I've heard about with this method. Butter for you, and more butter for you, and butter for you. Whoops. Butter for you. That one's not wanting to stay on it. And butter for you, and butter for you, and some butter for you, and another one for you. See another one right there. One right here. See if we can get some on this one. One right there. And one right there. Alright, so that looks like pretty evenly distributed butter. Now we're going to cover it back up with the foil. Then once we do that, we'll put it back in, cook it for another hour at the same temperature. Notice the foil itself is not very hot. Gonna pull it out, turn it around so I make sure I got all the foil sealed back up. Okay, it looks pretty good. And 1 more hour. Okay, these ribs have been cooking for 4 hours. And according to what I hear, that should be nice and tender ribs, 275, 4 hours. So we're gonna take them out, take a look at them. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. They look like they're probably done. Hopefully they're nice and tender. Let's test their tenderness. We're supposed to let them rest for 20 minutes. Oh, they look done. They're probably nice and tender. It's a little tenderness test. All right, let's see if they really will fall off the bone. Let's see. Oh yeah, it looks like it's coming right off. Look at that. Nice and tender, been cooked for 4 hours at 275. And the meat is gonna come right off the bone. Yes, it will. All right, so it says we should let them rest for 20 minutes. We're gonna take them out, let them rest, and get other food ready to eat. Looking more closely at the ribs, I noticed there was lots of juice down there. So I'm just gonna take the ribs off, put them on a plate so they can rest, but not in their own juice. So I don't think that'll be good. Let's take them out of their juice and let them rest on a plate. Oh, look at all that fat down there. Do you want any barbecue sauce?
No,
No, not at all?
because these flavors don't require barbecue sauce. You're recording? Heat. The bottom is all fat. I'll eat the other side. How do you eat ribs with a fork? Is that possible? The simple seasoning tastes very good on this beef. And it's kind of moist because I see all the fattiness from the butter and the fat. But I'd still prefer the pork ribs, but this is very nice.
The meat really seemed to take over the sweet power of the barbecue sauce and tastes a lot like just butter and garlic. It is very tender. It's like the fall off the bone meat you like for a beef rib, and I think it is better with the barbecue sauce though.
Yeah, it's really fall off the bone tender, isn't it?
I want to try some barbecue sauce now. It tastes pretty good.
I think it's good timing.
Happy of the Wife Chef, Barry here reminding you to tear off that like button just like that meat tore off of our wonderfully slow roasted barbecue ribs. What do you like on your barbecue rib? Leave a comment down below on what you put on yours. If you can include the word cilantro in your message, then you'll have a chance at a shout out in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to be notified of all my new videos that come out on Mondays. Thanks for watching. Have a happy and healthy day.